Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I got some cards here that I had out. I was almost done with the read. I kept going and going, and then all of a sudden I look up and I see that my camera had frozen up, or my computer froze up. So I had to reboot it. Obviously it didn't save the video at all. So I'm going to have to read these cards once more. I hope you're doing well, everybody. Thanks for being here with me. This computer's so old. I really do need an update. Alrighty then, so let's get started here. Let's just kind of put these back where they go. Okay, what we got, we have somebody in an Eight of Swords energy. They are having negative thoughts. This is a self-imposed restriction regarding the home. They could be homebound. They don't want to come out. They're feeling like a victim. There is unfinished business here that they have to resolve. And everything is in pieces. So they're trying to pick up the pieces. People have things to resolve and discuss with this one. It's like they're hiding in their house. They don't want to come out. This is an envious person who sought to undermine your success as a means of elevating their own standing. In the challenge position, we've got the Chariot in the reverse. So the challenge is that they did not gain a victory here. They cannot move forward regarding the Arcana. They didn't get there, and they lack control over the new chapter of the Arcana. They want forgiveness, but they're greedy, immoral, unethical. They're thinking about your new career and your money. This is at a hidden location, or they're trying to find the location. They're unable to find a location. Dishonesty, they were lying about you. By lying, they severed the connection. There is no hope of ever reuniting with this person. They lost you. They lost you. Oops. And they lost your love. And there's no love in them. They're a lying person who has no love in them. And they lost you. They've lost your love. In the recent past, they were trying to be tricky. They were committing fraud. They were stealing. They were abusing people. They thought it was real fun being sneaky, committing fraud, premeditated, horrible things. And everybody can see it now. It's no longer invisible. Why? Because the reunion happened anyway. You came together. And this one was not able to steal your gift or make your life difficult. You're reunited. They could not tear you apart. Who this person is a snake. And they're remembering the history. They're remembering everything that they did. It's all out in the open. Everybody can see it. They're hiding. They're in their house. They won't come out. They got beat. There's no love in them. Look. A liar. We got dishonesty out here twice. They got beat. There's no love in them. Now, what this looks like to me is, it looks to me here in the near future, we've got somebody who's not here or here and now. Now, in the here and now, thing here, it says, oops, let me find it. Come on now. In the thing in here and now, it says awareness requires living in the here and now. and not in the elsewhere, the past or the future. So what I think this is that somebody is being sent back in time. They have to work for it. They have to struggle for it. They've got to get through the challenges and actually earn their blessing. They want forgiveness. Again, with the forgiveness thing. This greedy person wanted forgiveness. So we've got lying, we've got dishonesty out here twice. We've got forgiveness out here twice. This greedy person wants you to forgive them for always and consistently lying. So they're going back in time. They want forgiveness. Oh no, please don't send me back in time. I don't want to struggle. And it's like, no, you're going to go back in time. You're going to have to go walk the walk. You can't just you can't just drive other people into suffering and into lack that they have to climb up out of, and then at the last minute wipe them out and take their reward. You can't do that. You survived, Arcana, and they can't control your new chapter. You're here. They have to face it. You don't have any curiosity about this all. You don't care. It's like, just go away. You just want them out of your house. And out of your house, to me means the foundation in which the collective resides. They don't need this kind of snaky kind of thievery and trickery going on. We just don't need it. So they're being sent back in time, it looks like to me. And you have no care about it. You don't even care what the foundation keepers do. It's like, do what you got to do. I don't know. Okay? And then you got, in the lens that's being looked through, you're the star. You're the star. You're the Arcana who has a new chapter, and they cannot control you. You've rejuvenated. You're the revitalizer. You have this spiritual fortune, this beautiful light within you, and you have a promise of love. Reunion. Okay. The snake is very unsatisfied. They could not cause your future to crumble. They may try to come in and give you unsolicited advice so that they can play with your perception about things. Or maybe they took unsolicited advice and it simply wasn't successful. Now, what you got in the environment here is you've got the Emperor. The Emperor has chosen a partner or a wife. The strength of two together. It could be that you're already working together in the spirit. Perhaps you're a power couple. You got the Emperor here, sitting here in authority. There is a body being held back. There's no flowers on that. It's not there. It has no fruit. So it's like the unfruited, the bodies that have no fruit, light, that are barren, the barren bodies that have no light in them are being held back. And it's not a struggle. There's no struggle. This is completely supported, holding back the barren bodies. Those who have no light in them, those who cannot revitalize or renew or come back from, difficulties or traumas. In the hopes and fears section, there's a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's a jealous, self-centered, devious Queen of Pentacles. They're hoping that they can come forward and congratulate you. They're a barren body. There is no fruit in them. There's nothing good that comes from them. They're chasing after you. They want to come forward with the idea of congratulating you, but they're actually chasing after you, playing games with love. They want to play with your love and what you got going on here. because you gained a victory. You got public recognition. Everybody sees you, everybody knows you, and you are seen as important. And then we've got this low vibrational person is offering reciprocity now. The problem is that your values are completely different. There's nothing that you have in alignment with each other. And it's too late to take any action because the truth has been revealed. The truth is known. So they can't do anything because everybody knows the truth. Everybody knows the truth. It's no longer invisible. It's all out in the open. And you're not a dark person. You don't dabble in the dark arts. You don't dwell there. Or it could just be that those who do aren't able to move forward into this new cycle. They're these bodies, these who have no fruit in them, no flower. They're not moving forward. Now what we're going to do is we're going to read these because I want to catch you up on this. So, and the outcome. So we've got somebody is experiencing some scarcity. They want a new contract. So there's maybe they want to talk about a new contract. Maybe they're being frugal. Maybe the greedy somebody wants a new contract. There could be a greedy person who wants a new contract or wants to discuss it. It could be this devil who wants to overcome challenges. So they want to come forward and say, hey, important person, let's discuss a new contract here. But the King of Cups, who is divine masculine, and his love is here bringing justice to this situation. The Emperor in his King of Cups energy says, the law of cause and effect is here. Balance and order will be. And so this group of people who have been working together, they've got some difficult decisions to make because they're in a tower. And they're in a tower because this Empress is here with the Emperor. Oh yeah, they're having a freaking nightmare about that. Because they know that very, very swiftly there will be a reckoning. Judgment is being called. We had judgment and justice, didn't we? And then there is a light shining on the truth. So everything is seen. And this is the completion of a cycle. Completion of a cycle. And you've got the Queen of Swords here with clear boundaries regarding divine love. She's like got her guard up and standing up for them for it. Queen of Swords is like she's like, whoa, and she's making plans for the future too. So there is a recovery, a recuperation, for love and loving partners. You gained a victory there, Emperor and Empress. So it could be that you are seen as important and you will also be teaching how to defend yourself against this snake in the future. So you're going to be sharing your wisdom. You're going to be enlivening the light body of the collective, of the people that you are in leadership for. This was prophesied. It was prophesied. You were going to survive and you were going to come up with all these different techniques and you're going to utilize them in this. You're going to teach people how to utilize these new techniques when somebody comes with their dukes up wanting to give them hardship. So they're going to teach them how to pray and remain conscientious, to keep their mind clear, to keep their body clear, to keep their temple clean. So the messenger praying, or whatever, in this competition, you have received forgiveness. because it is clear that your kin was driving you and your experiences, your path into states of drama and trauma. While they pretended that they were the good guy, the smart guy, the one who actually deserved the position that they stole from you, they were laughing. They were laughing, horseplaying around with your happiness, the happiness of a sovereign being. You're remembering religion. There's a backstory to what they have done to those with shine. Peaceful giants, energetic giants, here to improve life. Justice is going to be served because you survived, Star. Emperor and Empress survived. So justice will be served for those vain puppet masters manipulating consciousness and relationship and destinies, or stealing them. They've been seen doing it. This witch, dealing with the spirits. Everything is seen. Everything's been noticed. They were doing that with the misperception that they were going to get this chair. They were expecting to get your position. And it's time now for you to become a teacher. It's a partnership. You may have a business. You might start a business on how to train the light body. So, you know how people got jazzercise and, weightlifting and, meditation. I think this is going to be a new thing where people will learn how to turn the light on inside, how to manage the frequency and the vibration of the waters in the body, how to magnify the dancing and aliveness of the cellular structure, to get the energy up and increase, and then to manage the mental body into a state of happiness, because when you're happy, you know that you're on the right track all the time. So anyway, you didn't do anything, and you were able to preserve yourself through this. You were innocent the whole time. You are a person of privilege. This is your job, is to come forth and bring attention to innocence. Or maybe there has been attention brought to your innocence and your purpose as an artist, as somebody who writes a new song, a generator. There are in this world generators and manifestors. The generator comes up with the original idea. They pull it out. As the bohemian, I don't find it derogatory at all. They've got this beautiful capacity to connect with spirit and pull forth brand new spanking ideas that can enliven and uplift whatever. But then you have the manifester, which can take that idea and that original creation there and then build off of it, manifest something, the same or slightly different. So there's a difference there. You're a leader. And there was conflict brought against you because people wanted to be you. They wanted to be seen as you because you are on this spiritual throne. You know how to take care of yourself. You know how to light your inner fire. And you know how to smell those flowers and remain settled and calm through it all. There's a change to these ones. This wise guy martyring people for their creativity, or martyring creative people. Yeah, that wise guy is an explorer, and they could be afraid, or maybe this chicken is exploring new ways to appear as something that they're not, a wholesome person of service. They want to blend in. They want to blend in because they're going to be made absent. They've got the grave sitting there waiting for them. So they're going to try to blend in. And they may want to make a visit to you to play around with your peace, this ancestry. There could be a family member or somebody from the past, a player, a high roller player who wants to come in and visit you to mess around with your peace. They want to bring you haunting. So they want to offload some negative crapola. They're being disconnected. They're an addict and they're being disconnected from you and your things. So they may try to come in and offload down on you. This is a tribe that thought they had played both sides. You know, the Most High against the Satan or whatever, however you want to say that, perfectly. They thought they did it perfectly, and perhaps they did. Maybe this is the way that it was destined to wind up the whole time. I mean, there was a prophecy, right? So they're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, and they're daydreaming, longing for you. You know, they have been found guilty and unworthy, and they missed their opportunity. They made a lot of mistakes. They can't right their mistakes. This third party unfaithful people or person sabotage themselves, and they want to mend this connection, which they didn't appreciate. They did not appreciate, and they intentionally caused damage to, that they are now suffering from. They kept secrets. Their soul is tied to the shadow side, and they were looking for an escape from the responsibilities that they share there, and they're in regret over a soul contract. They could be in regret over your new soul contract, or maybe they're just in regret over the way they treated you. They were looking for an escape, and had they known maybe that they could have been blessed by you, maybe they would have treated you differently, but I don't know. Now they're reminiscing about the past. They're in a Six of Cups energy. They're having nostalgia, and they want to have a talk with you. You know, they're afraid of what other people are thinking. There's a lot of gossip going on, and they have hope to be with you, an irreplaceable being. They're hoping that they can receive your love, but Empress and Emperor are here together. These guys are just wasting time. They're confused about the destiny that they couldn't steal from you with their habitual patterns, because you have an understanding here and you made yourself absent from their passion. You're like, nope, you don't have any passion for them. You're leaving them all by themselves, and they're saying, whoa, this is an unexpected outcome. You are detaching from any kind of commitment to them. You're like, I don't even want to know you. And now they're feeling broken and shattered, and they don't know what to do. They neglected you, and now they want to run. Now they're running. They're in disagreement here. They think that you two are inseparable. This snake doesn't want to leave you alone. They're obsessive, which is pretty bad for the snake. They're looking for an exit plan. See, they were tempted, and they are an empty vessel. They don't have any love in them. They have no self-love. They're lying. They didn't get your light. They didn't get your gifts. They didn't get your love. Got caught up in a whirlwind there. Got caught up in a blind spot. And it could be that the guilty are leaving, or you are leaving, and the guilty are reaching, trying to connect with you. They could be freaking out a little bit because the many flames that they played conquest with or whatever may be reaching them. That might be one reason why they're holding up in their house. They could be having some mental disturbances or some supernatural experiences. And whatever was this childish person had going on, it's ending. They got themselves tangled up in a web that they can't get out of. They can't get out of it. And now they're going to have to manage their needs on their own. They can't take it from anybody. They got to go fight for it. They got to go earn it. And they're grieving because of all the promises they broke, and the secrets they kept, and the neglect the crazy drama, this stupid rabbit hole they got themselves caught up in. Things are getting real hard, and this is going to be a long, long road before they find what they want. It's going to take them a while to earn whatever it is they're looking for. Everything is in ruins. Everything's falling apart, and they're looking for an escape. They got burned. They're seen as chaff. They didn't get the win. And now they're full of anxiety, and they're crushed. But you're sitting here fierce. You're like, don't be coming up into my space there. You're positioning yourself far, far away from them. They're tired. They don't have any energy, and they're going under. They got disconnected from the star. They got disconnected from your vital force. Oh, and this one. So then, where are we at? Already then. In the environment, we got the lovers here. Strength the two together. The emperor and the empress are here. There's a body being held back. The fruitless bodies. Those who don't have the star energy inside of them. Those who don't have love inside of them. Those whose plants bear no fruit. They're being held back. They're not going to be able to cause you a struggle. You're being supported in this decision. Big favor. Yeah, somebody wants a big favor. Queen of Pentacles is jealous, wants to come forward to offer congratulations, but they're just chasing after you. They want to play games with your love. Bad news. Bad news. They want to come. They want to be your bad news. They want to play games with your love. They want to come forward and say, congratulations, here's your bad news about your future. They want to poison it. They want to poison your mind about your future. You've gained a victory here, 6 of Wands. So it's public recognition. You're seen as important. This low vibrational person wants to offer reciprocity. Their values are too different from yours. Or maybe they're getting what they gave. This low vibrational person is getting reciprocity. They're getting what they gave. This snake, everything that they did to this arcana or these arcana out of greed and envy, they're going to get done to them because their values are all about money. It's too late for them to take any action. The truth is revealed. They could not trap you in the dark side. And you're not allowing that in your future. There's nobody dabbling in the dark side in your future. Nope. So there's a new chapter here. And it's not going to be like it was before. We're not repeating the past. There won't be any repeating the past. Now, these ones are going back in time. They'll have to do it. But you get to move on to the future. You get to move on to the future. You're not going to the past. And you're uninterested about what happens there with that tribe of snakes. They may be seeking your advice. They want to reconnect. They feel obligated to deal with you. You're a nuisance. They don't even like you. But they were bragging. They were bragging about this win, and now they're desperate to bring chaos to you. They didn't win. You've got your help. You've got your empathy. You still care about things. You're honest. You still tell the truth. And you have a safe space. And you're saying goodbye to those who wanted to sabotage you. So you may be experiencing, if you're an empath, which I believe anybody who's here probably is, You're picking up on this snake's energy. And this energy is wanting you to see the emperor, empress as you see them. They want you to categorize everybody the same. And they want you to put your thoughts about them and what they've done to you on this emperor or the empress. So they're trying to mess with your mind. They're trying to push forth energy. And the way that you'll know if a thought, or like especially if it starts kind of repeating around in the mental body and it's not friendly, the way, really an easy way, or once you do it a few times, to discover whether or not the thought is yours is to check with your heart space and your emotional body, your the energy of your chakras and stuff. And you got to find out, is this energy in me? Does it match these words, that are in my head? Does these words of rejection, is that in me? And it's like, well, if it's not in your heart and you're not feeling it in your solar plexus, then that means it's a thought implant. And it's waiting for you. It's desperately waiting for you to wrap it up in your emotional body. But if the thought doesn't live in your emotional body, then it's not your emotion. It's not your thought. It's an implant waiting for you to own it and then wrap it up in your emotions and put your signature on it. And sometimes the thought will spin in the mind quite a bit, and you may even find yourself repeating it, until you ask yourself, wait a minute, is the energy of this thought pattern residing inside of me right now? And if you're at peace and you're calm on the inside and you're all settled and you're just having this spinning thing, then it's an implant. And it's the implant of this snake. They're desperate right now because they're messed up. They didn't get the win. They didn't get the win because you persevered. Oops. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. So, this is interesting. Alrighty then. So we got somebody who doesn't want to come out of their house. They're having a mental issue. There's still things to resolve and discuss. So they may have made agreements with people that fell through, it's all in pieces. So they were trying to undermine your success as a means of elevating their own standing. And it could be that they made agreements with other people. There's unfinished business here that has to be resolved and discussed, and everything's in pieces. So you're all relaxed. They're envious because you're relaxed, you're tranquil, you're at peace. You're easy, you're reading your book, you're doing whatever it is you're doing, you're just chilling out. And, they're just upset because they couldn't dominate your emotional body. Chariot reversed. They're very arrogant here. They can't move forward. They don't have any control over the Arcana's new chapter. They want forgiveness. They're greedy. They were pursuing wealth and power with no regard for ethics or moral boundaries. They wanted the stuff. They wanted your worth. They wanted your life, your value as an Arcana. They're thinking about your Ace of Pentacles here, your abundance. Oh, and then location. It could be a hidden location with him under the table there, or maybe he's trying to spy on your location. He could be spying on you. Like if you have a platform or something, they could be spying, and they could be lying. They didn't get your love. They don't have any love in them. They lost. They lost out on eternal love. There's no love in them. They lost out on eternal love. Because of all the lies they told. There's no love in them. How can somebody who doesn't have any love in them actually take part in an eternal love situation? They can't. They'll just go forth and do it all over again. You know, destroy it. Try to do their best to destroy it because they don't have any love in them. In the recent past here, you've got Seven of Swords. So, fraudulent, thievery, lying, betrayal. It's not invisible anymore. They're not family. They're not being welcomed into the family. Maybe they've been kicked out of their family. Maybe their family is rejecting them. Because what they did is no longer invisible. You are reunited here. Emperor and Empress are reunited here. And these people could not steal their gift. The gift of their union. The gift of their love. They're not able to make things difficult for them. They're not part of the family, and whatever family they may have could have rejected them due to the rituals that they were doing. It's all out in the open. It's no longer hidden. So there's a snake here in the Six of Cups energy. They're remembering what happened here. There's no self-love. Self-love is in the reverse. They're not able to heal from this. They've been beaten. They've been beaten. They're seen as a liar. They're seen as a liar. They can't hide it anymore. So yeah, there's some frustration. There's some risk going on. They may be worried about survival, which is why they won't come out of their home. They're feeling isolated. It's a self-imposed restriction. They don't want to come out of the house. They've got business to finish up. They may have made deals with people, but they don't have control over the Arcana's new chapter, which means they don't have the light, they don't have the life, they don't have the resources, they don't have the love, they don't have the house, the car, the money, they don't have anything. They can't control the new chapter. They might be hiding from somebody. They may have taken out loans or whatever, then now they can't pay it back. Loss. They could be suffering loss. They're not here and now. They may have gone back to the past, or maybe they have to go back to the past. They have to go back in time, and they have to experience loss. They have to overcome loss. That's how you get your blessings. They have to overcome challenge. They have to be resilient and persevere like you did. They have to face it. And we've got curious in the reverse. You're not curious in the slightest. You don't want to know anything about it. Or maybe they don't know anything about it. Maybe nobody's telling them anything about it. Maybe they don't want to know. They don't want to face it. You're the star here. You've got a spiritual fortune. You have revitalized. You have rejuvenated. And you've got a promise of love. Oh, a promise of love. This snake is unsatisfied because they could not cause your love to crumble. They took some unsolicited advice by somebody who didn't care about family. And they went with it all the way. The lovers are here in the environment with the emperor, and we saw his empress is right over here. So he's chosen his wife. And the fruitless bodies are being held back. They don't want to struggle. This isn't a struggle. You're supported in that decision. They're wanting to come forward and ask a big favor. They're afraid of struggle. They don't want to struggle. They want a big favor. They're being held back. But the thing here is that it's training, it's development. They got to go through the struggle. They've got to live and learn. So for all of you that overcame struggle and maintained the love and the peace in your heart, I say congratulations. You did it. We got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Self-centered and jealous, devious and deceitful. This person wants to come forward and offer a congratulations on this marriage. They're chasing after you. They want to play games with your love. They want to inject some bad news. Trap. It could be that they're going to be trapped. It could be that they want to make you a victim. They want to bring you bad news and have you fall into a trap. They want to trick you. They want to trick you. They want to play games with your love. They want to bring forth some, unfortunately, I have some bad news. They want to trick you about your new love. This is a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, who's being held back, and they have to go live and learn, so that she wants to destroy your new love with fraudulent information. It's a game. You've gained a victory here. It's public recognition. Everybody sees you as important. The low vibratory people or the low light people are getting what they gave. They're going to have to go through everything that they put you through. Their values were all about money. And it's too late for them to take any action regarding this. The truth has been revealed. You're not part of the dark side. They couldn't trap you in the dark side. They're not. Anybody that dabbles in the dark side isn't welcome in your future. We're not repeating the past again. You've reached your goals. They were tempted. And they're being separated from your blessing. You've received mercy. And those who wore masks to try to frame you are in danger. They're stressed out by the work they did against your marriage. And there's evidence of it. They promised to bully you. And now there's preparations made, or there's arrangements being made for your merit. You're a good moral human. You've gained good merit. There may be some arrangements being made that you're getting ready for. Empress and the Emperor are here. They could be working together in the astral, energetically. Those who were under an illusion, those who were dreaming about being you or whatever, they want to apologize. But your fate is stable. You're okay. I hope that this brought clarification to something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.